Picasso's Guernica was an inspiration. It wasn't a direct copy or wanting to say what he said, because his story was different to my story. But I called it Africa Guernica because of the part of Africa that I live in, and we're aware of the turmoil, we're aware of a lot of things. It became a very interesting challenge to me to research Picasso again and again and say, right, I'm not Picasso, I'm Spies Venter, and I'm going to work from that point of view. Now my painting has something to do with the powerlessness of Africa, of taking Africa, taking the fauna and flora and we as human beings, and start playing around, telling your own story visually, telling your own way of looking at colors that you want to use. How do you associate yourself with the African scene? How do you see yourself when it comes to what you've added in, like the rhino and the human figure and vegetation and bird life? It is regrettable that when we look at the history of man and where we are now, and when we were, say, 1,000 years ago, we've moved away from the reality of what we are supposed to be like and supposed to be doing. Now we know that caveman was a nomadic group. They did what they found essential to look for food. Now when we look at man today, we are destroying what man originally was meant to do. And this gives us a very sad idea of man and what man is all about. Now, in the Guernica, I have tried to utilize different aspects of the human being. Now, when I say human being, I include the animals as well. I include the world around us as seen through the eyes of creation. We are here then in Guernica. I think that I've tried to do was to warn and say, but be careful where we're going to. We can't just accept the destruction and say, oh well, it's somebody else's problem. It's not ours. So the whole danger of the elements are suffering. Our droughts, our deaths, our murders, they're all part and parcel of a degraded lifestyle that we will have to sort out. Now this is with the Guernica, the same thing. That you kill and you walk away. And I think we sit with this problem that the danger of vegetation being burnt. There's so many, I don't want to become sort of depressed by all these things, but I think we tend to think that we're going to be on this earth forever, and we're not going to be on this earth forever. And it's sad to think of the future. And as I've said earlier, yes, it can be turned around. In this painting, if we generalize and we look at it and we move with the painting, we will find certain things that we can read into the painting. The painting is not just a magazine that you browse through. The painting is there to associate yourself with certain aspects and yes, disagree with a lot of other aspects in the work as well. We cannot only ignore what we see. This is the wonder of creative thought. This is the spiritual side of, I think, that we deal with and work with every day of our lives, not only as painters or sculptors or artists or whatever, but as human beings too. So you bring the human aspect in. To me, it's quite a frightening thing, because whenever I go into the art school and I have a look, there's certain things that I feel I could have said more. Certain things that I thought I could have been more gentle about it. Towards the end of this painting, when I referred to the embryo, what I have omitted to say was the fresh, the young, fresh, tree-like, plant-like shape coming out of the earth and moving towards the sky. Now that, to me, gives it a feeling, idea, a concept of a better future. It's not only a South African problem. The Spanish War became also a world problem. And I have foreseen in this, yes, to what people might even read into it, but to see something of a new beginning is possible.